One of the Forest Service's national objectives is to achieve more complete utilization of national forest resources and increase the revenues from these resources. Today, more complete utilization of wood fiber depends on yarding smaller materials, light slash, thinnings, and small stems economically from steep slopes. This material is usually too small to yard profitably with large cable systems designed for logging, and often ground skidders cannot operate in soils and terrain where smaller material is found. A machine was needed to yard small materials efficiently. This film is about such a machine, the Bitteroot Mini Yarder. The Mini Yarder is a compact two-drum skyline yarder. At 1,600 pounds fully rigged, it mounts easily in a 3/4-ton pickup truck or on a trailer. The Mini Yarder concept was developed by the Missoula Equipment Development Center, originally for the Bitteroot National Forest. They wanted a cable system to yard light slash to reduce the fire hazard. But the Mini Yarder's potential for performing a variety of jobs was quickly recognized. There are now 11 Mini Yarders operating across the country, including in Alaska. The Mini Yarder is performing stand improvement and thinning work in Washington and Oregon, yarding for a post and pole operation in Montana, logging hardwoods for a pallet mill in the south, clearing dead and deceased timber from ski slopes in Idaho, and removing slash for firewood in the south and northwest. Rapid, simple setup, ease of operation, and low maintenance have all contributed to the Bitteroot Mini Yarder's popularity and success. Let's take a closer look at the Mini Yarder on the job. The boom is raised quickly with the yarder's winch. It is light enough to be raised by hand also. The fairlead is a sheave block that swivels 180 degrees. The yarder's small cable and scaled-down Christie carriage keep crew workload to a minimum. Despite its size, the Mini Yarder's 18-horsepower engine and hydrostatic transmission can pull big loads with good speed. In fact, the Mini Yarder has a 2,000-pound line pull capability at line speeds of about 160 feet per minute. In heavy slash concentrations, this typically means 3 pieces on the landing every 3 minutes. Remote controls allow the operator to be a safe distance from the machine and landing. This usually gives him a good view of the crew working downslope, too. Controls include engine throttle, mainline and skyline brake, mainline clutch, and hydrostat control. The hydrostat controls the direction the winch drum rotates. When the carriage hits the stop attached to the skyline, it causes the carriage to release the mainline. A crewman pulls out the mainline and sets the choker. Once the choker is set, the operator engages the mainline clutch and moves the hydrostat lever to bring in the log. When all the mainline slack is taken up, a ball on the mainline just ahead of the chokers locks in the carriage and releases it from the stop. So the load is held by the carriage as it is brought up the slope. When the load reaches the landing, it is lowered to the deck by dropping the skyline and the choker is released. The operator then tightens the skyline and disengages the mainline clutch. This allows the drum to freewheel and sends the carriage rolling back down the skyline. Such simple operation permits regular forest workers to quickly learn to operate the Bitteroot Mini Yarder without extensive training required of the larger, more complicated cable yarding systems. One of the most attractive aspects of the Bitteroot Mini Yarder is cost. Parts and materials for a fully rigged Mini Yarder cost about $7,500. Field operations have shown that little more than routine machine maintenance is required. It's clear why the Bitteroot Mini Yarder has become so popular so quickly. It has filled an important niche in the wood utilization picture, making it possible to economically yard small material on steep slopes with regular forest work crews. For more information on the Bitteroot Mini Yarder, write USDA Forest Service, Equipment Development Center, Building 1, Fort Missoula, Missoula, Montana 59801. A project record film produced by the USDA Forest Service Equipment Development Center, Missoula, Montana. Use of trade or firm names is for the information of the viewer. Such use does not constitute an official endorsement or approval of any product or service to the exclusion of others that may be suitable.